What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Friday, TGIF. Let's get into it. We're going to do some warships today, but first, if this video helps you out in any way possible, please throw Zedmont in your creator code. That is capital or lowercase ZMOT. Boom, shaka laka, just like that. You support Zedmont, your task force gets 47% more intel, and we move forwards. Disclaimer, that's not actually true. Now, I've absolutely changed my warships base. I came up against one person with a base something like this, and they murdered my face. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. So since I've changed bases, look at this. They left 4 engine rooms up. They left 4 engine rooms up. They left 2, and this person left up 4. So I don't know. It's good stuff. I think you should try it. I have only seen one person with this base the entire warship season, so it's not common. And it's always nice to be a bit contrarian because people know how to do the different bases and stuff. Let's quickly show you how people are doing up against my base. Let's watch Striker first. And I gotta say, I find these replays to be entirely entertaining because they just absolutely get their faces melted. We've got 3 mortars here if they get farther back. We've got 4 amped max rocket launchers. We've got a maxed laser beam, and they're spending their GBE on my shock launcher and my doom cannon of all things. So coming in here, they're gonna get their faces ruined. Watch this. As soon as those rocket launchers start doing their things, now they're also spending GBE on that back left, and that back left is critical. Before I added this back left engine room, I wasn't doing super duper well. Bullet is already dead. Let's speed things up a little bit and just watch their troops get absolutely melted. It is so entertaining. I really do watching troops get melted. And they come back and go for that engine room. At least he got or she got 1 engine room. And then Jeremy comes in, and we're going to show these at 4 times mode because they are humorous, they are fun, and people trying to drop critters there to help distract things, but you'll notice that just getting melted, obliterated, destroyed, I don't have enough adjectives, I think it's adjectives, and troops just dying en masse, I think is the term. So I do recommend that you give it a shot. I've also upped my game a little bit. I'm going to show you my replay just to show you what I've been doing. Now, my troop strategy has been 2 boats of Zookas, 4 boats of Bombardiers, and 2 boats of our friendly neighborhood Seekers. So what I've been doing is I've got max artillery, I've got max barrage. I come over to this left-hand side and get these 3 engine rooms. I use my Seekers to get this engine room, and then I just barrage the back engine room. So Seekers, I've got smoke. I went and got smoke because smoke is so good. Seekers getting that 1 engine room. We're going to barrage that back engine room, artillery, and then all of our troops going to get these left-hand engine rooms. Doing pretty well. I was doubtful that I was going to get the diamond at the 5 engine room level before I rebuilt my base. Here is my tech tree for those of you who are curious. We don't have riflemen, don't care, because we don't have Kavan, so second wind doesn't matter. Rifles coming back don't matter. Don't have Everspark because I don't have a use for her. Don't have any upgrades on engineers or warriors. Level 1 smoke. If you're going to stay at the 5 engine room level, do go get that smoke because it saves you some GBE smoking your Seekers into the engine room. I'm tempted to unlock or upgrade either the incinerators or the mechs just for the lulz. I'm thinking if I see people retreat after failing on my base, I could just take out their entire base with mechs. Would be kind of funny. Let me know in the comments if you think I should be going that route. Otherwise, let's try and get a battle in here. I am not letting matchmaking last for more than a few seconds because the last time I did that was my boss battle, and as you saw, we ended up getting hit by a 7 engine room base. There we go. So this should be a 5 engine room base. Potatoes versus potatoes. Now, probably would be a bit dangerous sending our Seekers back there simply because they've got the Sky Shield. So I'm tempted to get rid of the Seekers. I'm curious about removing the Seekers. I probably should remove the Seekers, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I'll drop Bullet over here. I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to drop my Zooka dudes and dudettes over there, and we're going to go something like this. I'm going to send all of my troops to the back right as opposed to the back left. And that way, hopefully, Bullet can distract some things and all my troops can distract some things. Now, I really should be upgrading my medkit because medkits are fairly useful, especially with your cryo bombardier dudes. They're not actually cryo bombardiers. I'm not sure why I said that. But nonetheless, we're just going to clean all of this stuff and hoping to get into that middle engine room. And then we'll hit it and quit it and get all of our troops over to go off to that right-hand side. So we're going to drop some critters back there, hoping to keep some of our bombardiers alive, also clear some of those shock mines. And by doing that, we're going to just pause some of those rocket launchers for a couple seconds, and then we'll come over into here. You'll notice that they've only got one engine room down on me so far, which is fairly typical. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to focus all of our Seekers on going to that engine room right there. We're going to go kind of like around the outside a little bit. Oops, I forgot to drop my second boat. That's going to be a little bit of a problem. They should take a nice left turn into there, hopefully not hitting that shock mine. Of course they hit the shock mine. And now what we're doing is we're just cruising all of our Seekers into here, and we're not going to waste tons of GBE keeping them alive. Don't waste your gunboat energy. Let them die. And then all of our troops are going to go there. We don't have as much GBE as I would have liked, unfortunately, as our engine rooms start to fall. So what we're going to do, though, is just barraging and artillerying all of this engine room as our Seekers are sitting out there hanging out. Engine room number 1 down, more barrages, and just using that GBE to its fullest, hopefully. We're going to come very close at this point, and now I think we should be able to take that down, and I think we're going to pull out the win and keep on moving forward. So typically every season of Warships, I kind of depend on my offense and using skill to beat people, and this season opponent has retreated. See, look at that. They just can't get all of the engine rooms. It is not, I mean, it is possible. I've had some, before I moved this engine room over here, I kept getting beat. People would sneak Seekers in there, and they'd bring Bullet up there and taunt and all sorts of stuff. But since moving that engine room to the left, it makes people split their gunboat energy, and they overestimate just how much gunboat energy has to go to that left-hand side. So if you come up against my base, ignore the left side. That is my only recommendation to you. Ignoring the left-hand side until you get rid of like this rocket launcher, or at least get rid of the damage amplifier. We are cruising up towards Diamond. I don't have a ton of time today, so we're going to do maybe one more battle. Maybe not. It all depends. I've got to go. I just got a diagnosis on my shoulder. Super stoked. Apparently I've got some sort of muscular palsy caused by trauma in my back. I can't remember the terms, but months of recovery coming, but at least we're moving in the right direction. Finally. So I wouldn't recommend copying this base. By all means, I'll zoom to there so you can take a screenshot if you want. More importantly, though, spread your minds out. Be aware that people are going to try and Seeker it. So this engine room is going to be the closest one if people drop Seekers. So I've got shock mines hidden along that road. And I also like to just hide the shock mines. People have to hunt for them a little bit. Let's do one more battle since we got a match and they're doing something similar-ish. Can we sneak some Seekers up there? I don't think so. This is going to be a bit more difficult simply because those engine rooms are way back there, and so we can't get this front engine room where that boom cannon is and then do a split. So need to make some tough decisions here. Do we send the troops? Where do we send the troops? How do we send the troops? I'm going to get rid of the Seekers, and I'm going to bring in an extra boat of Vampire Zookas. I wish they would make these boxes smaller so you didn't have to scale or scroll, by the way. And we're going to go something like that. I'm going to bring Bullet over into this side. We're going to drop a Bombardier and a Zooka in behind him. And then we're going to go like this, and I've got a sneeze coming. And we're going to just drop all of our stuff and hope that Bullet goes somewhere, somehow along that right-hand side. And if you're wondering why I dropped Bullet to that right-hand side, it's because that Doom Cannon and the Hot Pot over there, having to babysit your troops near a Doom Cannon, not super duper useful. So I like to send Bullet whenever there's a Doom Cannon, because he can take a whole bunch of shots to the dome and then just keep on smiling. Bullet doing fairly well over there, keeping all of those things going. Definitely need to throw a taunt as soon as that button lights up. There we go. Throwing that taunt out there. Getting rid of that phone number. Last time, this exact same thing happened when I got a phone call from that cycling company that just called the phone number. Not sure why they keep phoning me, but nonetheless, we are going to keep going. Please don't call that cycling company. They are somewhere here in BC, but actually maybe do call them. They've got good stuff, supposedly. Bullet along that right-hand wall. This person has 2 of my engine rooms left. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. We're going to start throwing all of our gunboat energy onto that back engine room because we need all of our troops to get moving. Are we going to come end this video with a loss? I'm not quite sure yet. Barraging, artillerying, and I think we are going to lose, possibly, just maybe. Need to keep hammering on that artillery button. I think they started a little bit before us. Are we going to lose? Are we going to win? That is the beautiful thing about warships. You never quite know until this screen comes up right here. What's going to happen? Whew! Win. Ending on a win. That is a good thing. Anyways, that is how we're going to end it. Let's quickly see how they took down all my engine rooms. I'm going to bet that they ignored that left-hand side or went left first. Which one's it going to be? Oh, look at that. They wasted a bunch of time. That is unfortunate. So they are actually barraging, spending a whole lot of gunboat energy. They used Bullet's energy drink, though. Energy drink is saving their day massively. They've also got some Dr. Vitamins in there. Now, Dr. Vitamins are fairly useful if you're going in a straight line. So against a base like this, Dr. Vitamin does really well because they're going in a straight line and Vitamin's not running back and forth as if I had stuff over here and stuff over there. So one more tip to beat my base, Dr. Vitamin's not a bad idea at all. Anyways, that is my video for the day as we are moving up towards that diamond tier, all thanks to this base and a little bit of attacking strategy on my part. Anyways, that is all. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Otherwise, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you're doing, how you're doing, what you're doing with warships, what your goal is, basically what you're going to be drinking tonight. Anything at all. Love the comments. I shall talk to you soon, though. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont.